Hi everyone, it's Mimi back again. Today I'm going to be showing you the process of making my 100 subscriber giveaway flipbook, and you can still win this, so make sure you head over to that video, which will be linked at the end and in the cards right up there, and see how you can enter. To create the base for this flipbook, I just used two pieces of cardstock. They each were 12 by 12, and I cut down one of the sides to measure 8.5 inches. I don't know the exact measurements of how long this is or where I did the score lines. I kind of just eyeballed whatever I thought looked good, and I did that. But if you're making score lines for your flipbooks, make sure to put a little bit of space in between there, because if you just do them flat, they won't fold right and they'll pop open instead of laying shut flat. Here I'm just messing around a little bit, making stuff lay flat, making sure it lines up correctly. Making bases for flipbooks really isn't that hard. It looks intimidating at first, but just mess around with it, glue together what you need to glue together, and cut off what you need to cut off. That's all there is to it. It's kind of like a good general life rule. If something's not working, make it work. Don't let anything stop you from doing what you need to do. This flipbook I decorated a little differently than I normally do. Usually I do the pages full out before I move on to the next one, but this time I just glued down the pages, like the background pages first, and then I also added the different elements I wanted to add first, just so I knew what I was doing on each page and I could kind of get a sense of what was going on before I did anything too far. I'm just going to be lining this card that pops open so it's not so plain and basic on the inside. I don't like anything white showing, so I'm adding this little green piece of cardstock, and then on the top I'm adding some black and white. That is kind of my theme. I'm going with black and white, green, pinks, and teal blues and gold, just because I thought those colors were fun, and I wanted this flipbook to be like a celebration for my channel, and hopefully having 100 subscribers soon. These envelopes here are from Michaels. They're part of the Heidi Swap collection. I really love these little envelopes. I think they're so cute. And I really like how they open with that piece of string wrapped around the two circles. With this piece of paper, I'm just creating a pocket. I later fill it in with some shaker tags. I didn't show how to make those shaker tags in this video. If you want to see how I made mine, let me know in the comments down below and I'll definitely make that video for you. But I did put shaker tags into that pocket. I just want to add that gold striped paper to the background of this before I added that extra flip page, and right here I'm doing a little trick. Instead of measuring out what size I wanted to make the piece of paper, I just made little cut marks where I thought it would look best, and it ended up working. I didn't think it would, but it did work, and if you want to cheat a little bit, just make little cut marks where you think it would look best cut. I've been really into using up most of my scraps lately. I have 6 drawers filled with different colored scraps, and I really am trying to use them up before I use more paper. So I'm just using those scraps to create kind of like a frayed look. I don't know what you want to call it really, but just different rectangles and layering them up to make something look cool, and I did that on several pages. This giraffe that you see here is from my Lily Pulitzer planner. I just cut it out of the paper and glued it down as an embellishment. And then I'm moving on to the next page and covering it with some acetate clear paper. I don't really know what it's called. I guess acetate's the right word. But I'm just using my double-sided tape to tape that down because glue won't hold it very well. And there are 2 holes at the top, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be covering that up anyway. Here I'm just doing some more layering with my scraps, and I'm using all the different colors so I keep everything cohesive. This piece of vellum I thought was pretty cool, so I just used a piece of tape to tape it down at the top, and then it does kind of flip up, but I don't end up putting anything on the other side or underneath it. I just thought it was cool. I'm spelling out hello with these gold stickers, and I did outline it with green, but I didn't like it, so I moved the hello stickers to a different piece of pink banner. Or maybe I did leave it, now that I'm looking at it. I feel like I did change it, I don't know. Yeah, I am changing it. So I moved it over so I didn't have that green ugly marker around the edge. I don't know what I was thinking when making that, but I just made it a little banner and then glued it down on top of that green paper. To make it a little more substantial, I'm using a black Sharpie just to outline the edges of the banner. I like the size of this gold feather, but I didn't like that it didn't stand out against the gold and white background for obvious reasons, so I added it onto some black paper and cut around it just to give it a little bit of a border and a more substantial outlining. This chipboard tag is from the Target Dollar Spot, and this is what I used to also make my shaker tags. Like I said before, if you want to see how I did that, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely show you. What I'm doing here is cutting apart some washi tape. I just cut apart the different rectangles and put them onto black cardstock. It was really easy and they make really cute embellishments. Just to give the pieces that weren't on the chipboard tag some height, I added some double-sided foam tape to the back of them. These gems I got from the dollar store, and I'm just adding them all around because the colors are the same as my theme. Obviously, that's why I'm using them, but it just kind of spreads the colors out a little bit, and I use them on other pages too, so it does pull all the pages together. These die-cut words I'm just adding to the tops of the envelopes. They were a little long, so I cut down the pieces that were long, like the T and the D in adventure, and I just cut them and glued them down a little bit further on the line, and it didn't mess up the word or anything. It looks like it was supposed to be like that, and it just allows me to open the envelopes without bending the die cuts in half. Here I'm just using some more of those dollar store stickers. They don't really stick down very well, so you do have to use extra adhesive, but it doesn't really matter, they still look cute. I'm cutting out this black heart from a Project Life card. I was going to use it on the bottom, but I ended up going with something else, and I used this tag and I just backed it on some hot pink paper to give it an outline. I just wanted to quick say sorry for all of the click noises in my voiceovers. I don't know what it is. I keep trying to remove it, but it's not working, so I'm really sorry about that. Before you suggest that it's my mouse, it's not. I already tried changing it, so sorry, but back to the Flipbook. I had these flower stickers in my stash, so I just added on a yellow and a pink one, and then I went in with this kind of like pin button detail sticker, and I just put that in between the two flowers. In this part of the flipbook where this page kind of flips open is where I'm putting my note to the winner, and then I also added a card with my currentlies on it. To cover up those two holes at the top of this page, I'm just using my scraps to create different size banners in different colors and widths and stuff, just to layer up and continue with that layering look that I did on all the other pages, and to continue with the banners that I had on the front page. Down the middle of these banners, I'm just using the dollar store stickers to spell out hooray, and then on the bottom I went in with that black heart I cut out earlier, and then just some more pieces of paper to layer it up. Before I move on back to that first flip page, I'm just adding on a few more embellishments onto this page. I added a little Yum ephemera piece, and then I cut out this balloon from a Project Life card and just glued that down up where the hooray is. I just continued to layer some embellishments on the bottom until I liked how it looked. I'm adding on these party animal stickers. The giraffe has a party hat on it, and then there's the one that says party animal. I thought they were cute and fit with the celebration theme. This piece that you saw me throw on here earlier, I found in my stash, and I'm decorating it to be removed and so that the winner can put this onto one of their own projects. I just put So Fun on the bottom and then some little gems on the side of it, and then I did go in and add 2 little paper clips to the side of it so the winner also had those to play with. This card just says "Your Darling" on it. I added it underneath this little embellishment piece so that when the person takes this off, they still have something decorating that flip page. Here I'm just adding foam tape onto a regular sticker that I'm going to be sticking down onto that pocket that I ended up putting shaker tags in. I wanted to add multiple elements to this flipbook that the person could take off and use on one of their own projects, so I just stuck this tag down with a very small piece of tape, and then I decorated the rest of the vellum with just some regular embellishments. I was picking out a globe, you'll see in a second, and I had a hot pink and a light pink one, but I didn't know which one I wanted to use, so I went back and forth, but I ended up using the hot pink just because I thought the colors went better, and the whole flipbook itself is light pink, so. Another one of my tricks to creating like a cohesive look throughout my flipbooks is layering up the same 3 pieces of washi tape, or 4 or 2, however many you want to use. Just continue to use that layering technique throughout the whole flipbook. Here I'm adding on all of these product life cards to the front of this flip page so that the person can take them off and use them. I really, like I said, wanted to include stuff that could be used again but still looked like decoration. Like I said, if you do something on one page, try and continue it throughout the rest of the flipbook, because that's what's going to make your flipbooks look like they're meant to be how they are and not like thrown together or anything like that. This little arrow is actually a bulletin board piece. You see me use them in a couple of my other videos, but just be creative with what you use to decorate your flipbooks. Like here I used more of those washi tape embellishments. See what you have and cut apart what's like not like if it's something's too big, like a washi tape is too big. Cut it apart and use it as a smaller embellishment. There's always options and there's always something in your stash you can use. You just have to be creative and make it work for you. Anything with a cool pattern on it, I pretty much save, so this is just a piece of like packaging from I think it was like a pack of stickers or something, so I cut those flowers out of a Project Life card and then put it down onto the blue, just to give it a pop of color. This flipbook is just about done. As my finishing touches, I'm adding on some more of those Dollar Tree gems, and that's it. This flipbook was really fun to make, and I'm really excited to give it away to one of you guys, so if you haven't already entered my giveaway, make sure you go and do that. But I will see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye guys!